Hi and welcome to my first yarn podcast. My name's Sammy or Samantha or Sam, and I have been knitting for 17 years and crocheting for like 8 or 9, and I decided I wanted to do a podcast for my yarn crafts. I see a lot of other people doing it and I really enjoy watching these while I'm knitting or crocheting, so I just wanted to kind of put this out there. Maybe someone else will enjoy watching mine, and this is just fun for me to get to talk about everything I'm working on or have worked on, things I want to make, because I don't really have anyone that I interact with regularly to talk to this stuff about, so I found that I really enjoy watching a lot of the more experienced yarn crafters also, but a lot of the younger yarn crafters. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. Completed projects, whips, which I actually don't have a lot of current whips right now. We'll get into that. And then I might do a yarn haul in this video, but I might save it for another video, since I am not going to do a lot of yarn hauls. My goal is to work on dwindling down my yarn stash. This is most of my yarn, but I do have some other yarn, and then I also have a bunch of ancient works in progress, some as old as 10 years that I just never felt motivated to work on, so they've just been sitting. I'll talk about some small things that are knitting supplies and stuff that I've bought recently, and yeah, I guess let's get started. So first I want to talk about my completed projects. All but this one were completed in June. Some of them were started before then, but this was completed in May. This is the In the Mood cardigan by, I think, Kara's Knit Engine is on Etsy. I'll link her Instagram or her Etsy down below. So this is a gift for someone. This is not for me. You can probably tell because it's pretty small, but this is so cute, and the charts that she has made are super easy to follow, so that's nice. This is all knit with intarsia color changes, so I think it's pretty nice. You might have to divide up your balls of yarn if you don't have a lot. Unfortunately, I bought way too many. That's these up here. So yeah, I have a ton left over. I'll have to find something to do with those. Maybe I'll make another one of these. But this is really nice. I love how simple it is to work up, and I actually learned a new seaming method. It's like a 3-needle bind off, and you can't really see because it's all in black, but it makes a really nice flat edge on the seam here. So that was really fun. Got some little ends sticking out. But yeah, the In the Mood cardigan from Kara. This was done in May. And let me fold it back up here. So everything else we talk about will be completed in June, even if it was the very beginning of June. The next project I completed was the classic vest. Mine came out really wide for some reason. The classic v-neck vest from Well Loved Knits, and it's super cute. It actually fits my boyfriend, but like a crop top, so that's pretty funny. And I made this with 2 strands of Leti Lopi. I don't have the label anymore. I lost all the labels or threw them away on accident. And this wool my dad actually brought me back from Iceland when he went to Europe for work. So he asked me to knit something for myself. And this actually is what inspired me to like start making clothing, is he wanted me to knit something for myself, and I was like, I guess all these colors he brought me would look kind of fun in a sweater vest. So it's not a very summer or springy colors, but I think it's pretty cute. And yeah, I'm probably gonna wear this a lot in the fall and winter. Since I live in Southern California, sweater vests do fine in the fall and winter. But I need to block this because it's pretty scratchy, so I want to soak it in some of the eucalyptus or whatever and see if it gets a little bit softer. But yeah, it's just a nice oversized v-neck vest, so that's pretty fun. Next thing I completed is I think it's called let me see what it's called. The Night and Day cardigan by Vicky Knits, and hers is just 2 colors in most of her pictures, but I decided that I really wanted like the color blocking look where you see all the multicolored sweaters that are super cute. And my favorite colors are green, pink, and purple. So here it's a crop sweater, and it's like a wide fit, so it's nice and baggy. The sleeves are nice and baggy, but they're really nice and tapered at the end so they don't slide over your hands or anything. And this was so much fun for me to knit. It's so lightweight and airy because I knitted it with the Hobby Mohair Delight. It's 50% mohair and 50% acrylic, so it's pretty affordable, and I actually have a bunch of it up here. I'm a chronic over purchaser of my yarns. So it's really lightweight and airy, you could probably see, and it's very soft and squishy. I love squishing it, and it's just super cute, very springy colors. That's what I wanted. I wanted some spring and summer knits, so that is done. And I probably only used just under 2 skeins of each color. So let's see how much that is. It says it's 164 yards per skein. It says to use needles 4 to 6 millimeter. I think I did use a 6. Yeah, I used a 6 millimeter needle, and I really like the way it turned out. This mohair is not a lace weight. I'll show you it next to a lace weight. So here is the Mohair Delight. It's pretty thick. And then this is like your classic lace weight mohair. Oh my goodness, I can't even grab any of it. So you can see the difference there. So this is nice to work with on its own, and it has that acrylic in it, so super affordable. The next completed project was something that I cast on while I was on vacation. I had to go back to Northwest Washington, where I'm from, for my cousin's wedding. So I wanted to go to a yarn store there that I hadn't been to for like 7 or 8 years since I lived there. And it's Apple Fiber Studio in Bellingham. And I got one of their merino superwash merinos. It's a worsted weight to make my sister the guacamole vest by, let's see, KTS Knits or something. Let me find it in my files. Well, I'll link it. I bought it off her Etsy. So it's this nice cable pattern. And this is actually my first time knitting cables. So it's a crop top, but she likes crop tops. So it's got these beautiful cables. It has 3 different kinds of cables, as far as I can tell at least. I'm new to cabling, so you have like your classic cable here, this cool cable pattern that makes like a weird diamond honeycomb pattern, and then this one that looks like a fishtail braid. So that's really fun. I'm just gonna weave in the ends and then I can send it to her. I might try it on to take a couple pictures in it because it's super cute. And that was, I was playing yarn chicken with this. I literally, other than what you see hanging off of it right here, I literally had like this much left. I was so scared. I was like almost halfway done with the second panel and I was like, I'm gonna buy more yarn. I'm gonna buy more yarn. I need more yarn. I'm gonna run out. And I'm so glad I didn't, because then I would have just ended up with another skein. And like I said, I'm a chronic over purchaser and I do get scared when I start getting close to the end. I'm not good at yarn chicken and I will want to buy another skein. So that was 181 yards, 100 grams. So pretty cool. The last completed project I completed on June 30th, so the very last day of June, and I don't have it here because I'm blocking it right now. So I will show you guys a picture. That's a lot of glare. I'll insert the picture on the screen, but it's a crop top, and I didn't have a pattern. I just kind of made it up as I went, and so it ended up quite a bit too wide. So I'm just gonna take it in the armpits. I'm just gonna sew it. That seems like the easiest way. If you guys have any other ways to like adjust the size of a knit in the round project, let me know. But yeah, and that was with this yarn. I don't know anything about this yarn because it was given to me, and it was already caked like this and had no label. So I have two more of these in white and pink right here. And then this brown is also the same superwash merino from Apple Fiber Studios. So I was gonna make myself a guacamole vest in brown. That's it for the completed projects. So that's actually quite a bit for me. I wasn't a consistent knitter for like a few years, so I'm really excited to be getting back into it. Yeah, I had a lot of fun and I'm really excited to get some use out of these pieces and create like a me-made closet. I'm pretty excited about slow fashion, so. Okay, next is a work in progress, and well, next is my whips category, and I have not very much progress on one of them at all because it's just very tiny needles and very tiny yarn, so it's hard for me to work with for a long period of time. It starts to cramp my hands. I'm not used to working with needles that small. Sorry, I'm trying to look up the name of it here. Okay, it is called the Outline Tank from Jessie Mae Martinson. I'll include a picture of what it's gonna look like. So I got this pattern on Ravelry, and it's knit with the Barocco Remix Light. So this is recycled yarn, and it is 30% nylon, 27% cotton, 24% acrylic, 10% silk, and 9% linen. It says you can machine wash it and just lay it flat to dry. This is a category 3, and it recommends using 3.75 millimeter knitting needles or 3.75 millimeter crochet hook. So I am knitting this, and it's knit in the round for the bottom of the shirt. So I'm still just on the ribbing. It's really cute. It's gonna be really cute. I'll put a picture of what it's gonna look like up here. I am excited to get to wear this eventually, but it's gonna take me a long time to get there. So I had a huge tail because you had to cast on like 240 stitches or something a lot, and I just overestimated my tail, and for some reason I don't want to cut it off, but I probably should. So this is the bane of my existence right now. So I just started it maybe a week ago, and I've been really focusing on other things, so we don't have a lot of progress here, but I'll just be keeping this one running around to work on it. So next for my whips, this one's really exciting for me. This is knit using 3 strands of mohair, and I'm using the Hobby Diablo mohair, and this one is 30% mohair, 30% nylon, and 40% acrylic. This one is in the color, I think it's called Light Lilac, and this is for my mom. So we're knitting the cardigan number 6 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. So I'll link that below, and the pattern is super nice. The charts are way more simple than I thought they would be. So this is the back panel, and I'm very excited about it. It's a beautiful color. It's showing up a lot more vibrant on camera, but it's actually pretty cool toned, and like kind of gray purple. But yeah, I'm so excited to see how this looks after blocking it. But I've been drooling over those, oh, I almost dropped a stitch. I've been drooling over those cardigans on Knitting by Diddy Instagram. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I'll link them below, but it's so squishy. You're using 3 strands at once, so it actually works out pretty fast because I'm on US 10.5 knitting needles, so I was like super impressed with how fast it was going, and the lace is actually, it looks like it should be a little more complicated, but it's actually super simple. Those are my only 2 whips that are like current. Like I said, I have a bunch of ancient whips, but I'll make a whole video dedicated to that because it is ridiculous. So my next category is going to be things that I've purchased lately, things for knitting. And the first one is stitch markers, and I got these at Apple Fiber Studio. They're really cheap, but for a lot of the patterns I'm using now, because I didn't actually use patterns that much before, I didn't make anything complicated before, like clothing. So these are super nice, super helpful. I want to get a row counter now. And then next, also from Apple Fiber Studios, unfortunately I think I threw the label away, so I'll have to look on their website and see if I can find the name of the lady that makes these. But these are just some cable needles, and I think they're like birchwood or something. So these are really nice. I wasn't sure if I should get the curved ones or not because I've never done cables before I did that guacamole vest. But yeah, these nice little cable needles. I'll try to insert some information about them here since I cannot remember. But I also bought these at Apple Fiber Studio. I bought the Barocco Remix Light at Apple Fiber Studio also. And then this is a big one. I bought these at a local LA yarn place. I actually bought it online. I haven't visited the place, but these are the Likey Grove Bamboo Interchangeable Needles. These are the 5.5 inch ones. So you can see these ones are missing because I'm using those for my whip right now. And these are so pretty. I love the green. Like I said, green is my absolute favorite color. And they come with from US 3 up to US 15. So that's really nice. And they come with a ton of cables. So you have 2 really long ones, like 2 medium ones, and then 2 more shorter ones. And this is the shorter one. These are the ones I use most often. But I'm obsessed with these needles. I have interchangeable needles. I'll go grab them to show you because I cannot remember the name off the top of my head, but I've had those interchangeable needles since I was 12, and I'm now 28. So 16 years, I was like, my cables are scattered all over. and all my ancient whips, and I was like, oh, I deserve a new set anyways. It's been 16 years, so I bought myself these, and I absolutely love them, and I love the case. My other case didn't have room for extra stuff, but I can, like, I had my cable needles in here, I could put some stitch markers in here, I could put my little scissors in here, and I did travel with these, and they took my bag and they checked it, but once they saw that it was just knitting needles, they were like, cool, don't care. So that's really nice. And then the last thing that I bought, like the little knitting notions, was from AKR Crochets on Instagram. So I'll link them down below also, and they make cute little crochet hooks with grips on them. And this one is a 5mm. I thought it was just a nice medium size that I'll be able to use a lot. And it has a little set, and it came with, I think she calls these stitch markers, but I'm going to use them as progress keepers. So I got a little watermelon cow and a watermelon, and they came in this cute little bag, so cute. I love it. And then these can also hook onto the end of the hook here. They put a ring. So that's super exciting and so cute. Watermelon is like my favorite like color theme, and I love cow print. So I'm really excited to use this. It's so cute. Next, I'm going to talk about things that I want to make. So future whip goals, knitting, crocheting dreams, and for crocheting, I want to make almost anything that mygypsy.ph on Instagram makes. So her first pattern that I'm going to buy is going to be the Pandora crochet top. So cute. It's so feminine and just flattering, and it looks good on everyone. My goodness. Oh, I think that's just a super cute spring summer pattern, and it'll look good over dresses. Oh, sorry, my phone was in front of my face. It'll look good over dresses and with skirts and with jeans. Whew, so cute. But she makes tons of cute stuff. I think she only has a few patterns out, but she's like super inspiration for me for just like feminine, cute, perfect crocheting. Also she's gorgeous, so she models everything really well, which makes it way more enticing. Let's see. Oh, some of these things I already have patterns for, so let's show you those. Because I was excited and I bought the patterns already. So this is another one I want to make. It's the Strawberry Let by KTS Knit. Super cute. I'll probably make it longer though, so it's not just like a bralette. I want to make it more like a crop top. This one I actually already have the pattern. I already purchased it. This is the Devil Wears Prada by I think it's like Brenda Lamb. So it's Brenda made this on Etsy, and I'll link her Instagram down below. So this is made with super chunky yarn, and as you can see, I have some super chunky wool right here, and that's what I want to use. That's leftover from a We Are Knitters kit where I made a chunky, a really chunky cardigan for my sister. Let's see what else. I want to make some more things with cables on them, and also I want to crochet a bucket hat. I have some cotton from We Are Knitters, some black cotton. I was supposed to make a bikini with it, but I wouldn't wear that probably, so I want to make a bucket hat for my sister with that black cotton. I think it's Pima cotton right here. And other than that, I really just want to make anything that's going to use up my stash. No, I do have more things to list, actually. I want to make anything that's going to use up my stash for sure. I want to get rid of some of this. A lot of it is acrylic, and I'm not a big fan of acrylic, and then some of it I have no idea what it is. A lot of it is like this, a lot of it's red heart, but some of it's just similar. So like the classic red heart yarn, I don't know what it's called, and that was because I was crocheting amigurumis, so I bought a bunch of different colors so I could make my different outfits for my dolls and stuff. I'll have to show you some pictures of those. And then this is Lion Brand, whatever that stuff that bunches up that you work with is. None of them have labels. I don't know why I used to rip off all the labels. And that is for an ancient whip, and I would love it to be gone, and I would love that whip to be done. This is all super chunky acrylic here. Those are just weird random things. Some of it I've had for 16 years, so it's kind of sentimental, but I should do something with it. And then this, I don't know why I have so much of this. One of them has a label on it. Oh yeah. Oh no, it's stuck. Hold on. Okay. This is the Lion Brand Scarfie. I was making a sweater. I already have a back panel for it, like a long time ago, but I think I bought way too much of this, and I don't particularly love teal, so yeah, I have a lot of it, and I would like to use it up for something. I don't know what that was. My mom was a big fan of it when I was showing her the shelf I built, and so maybe I'll make that back panel into a cardigan for her, because she said she would not wear a pullover sweater. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, I want to make out of this Mohair Delight in the pink and green, I want to make a gingham crop top, like preferably with sleeves, and maybe like a scoop neck. I think that would be so cute, but I haven't figured out how to do it yet in my head. So I will be experimenting with that soon. And oh, last thing I want to talk about is the shelf that I made. You can see it ripped part of the paper off here because it did fall apart at one point. It actually came off of the wall completely and broke in half, so it's all connected. But this is a shelf that I made. You can see the rough edges. I didn't really care. Out of cardboard tubes that are like pretty heavy duty, you use for pouring concrete. And I just cut it into 6-inch sections, and then I attach them all together and then screw them onto the wall. And so I think the whole project cost me like $30. So I painted them. So $35 because I had to get the little paint sample from Home Depot also. But it was pretty easy. It was a little time consuming. I would say the hardest thing was attaching it to the wall, obviously, because it fell off once. But I'm really happy with it. I like seeing all my yarn. This yarn, I've had some of it since I was like 12, like I said. So being able to have all this on display and see how much there is, it's kind of like, what's her name? Marie Kondo, where it's all in one spot so I can see how much there is, so I don't need to buy more yarn. I need to use what I have. But all of it's decent. Like, there's no reason to just get rid of it. So some of it I might end up decluttering at some point, which will probably be donating it. But I want to see how much of it I can use up, so that's my goal. Unfortunately, everything I've worked on recently has been with new yarn. And I have a bunch of new yarn that I bought. So yeah. Anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about for today. So I hope you enjoyed my first yarn podcast, and I'm going to try to keep filming these maybe every other week. So I might not have any finished projects every time, but I'll definitely have more whips because 2 is pretty low for me. Also, I'll be filming more yarn, knitting, crochet related videos, so stay tuned for that. I hope you like and subscribe, comment. I would love to have a small community on here and have people to talk to about stuff, so Thank you.